Hello, everybody, and welcome to Poland Daily Travel. The next series of episodes will take you around Warsaw, looking at what is perhaps the most captivating and surprising feature of Poland today. That is the Warsaw skyline. Warsaw has the sixth highest skyline in Europe. That's after Moscow, Paris, London, Istanbul, and Frankfurt. The Warsaw Center, under construction now, promises to be 310 meters, and at that height, the tallest skyscraper outside of Moscow in Europe. Tall buildings are nothing new for Warsaw, surprisingly enough. Not a lot of people know that the tallest skyscraper in Central Europe was in Warsaw in about 1910. That's the radio tower. And then there was the Prudential Insurance Building, now the Warsaw or the Warsaw Hotel. So Warsaw skyline has in recent years become one of the most impressive in Europe. And it's continuing to rise. The Warsaw Tower will be marginally higher at 310 meters than the Shard in London. So we are going to go from the old to the new over the next series of episodes. And we'll also take a trip around the Palace of Culture, that iconic landmark which was a present from the Soviet Union to the people of Warsaw. Actually, more like an offer you couldn't refuse. So sit back and come along. We'll try to show you something constructive, entertaining, and informative. I suppose we can build on that. So it's Poland Daily, and we're looking at the Warsaw skyline. Come along. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Poland Daily Travel. We're here in the center of Warsaw, at the intersection of Świętokrzyska Street and Marshal Koska. And behind us, you can see the Warsaw skyline. It's pretty impressive right here, especially considering what it would have looked like 20 years ago.
I remember how it was looking like 20 years ago.
Which would have been only the Palace of Culture.
There was only the Palace of Culture and Science.
From this angle.
From this angle, exactly.
The Marriott, of course, is behind it. Yeah.
The Marriott already was there, but everything that we can see behind us at the moment, so Złota 44, European highest residential building, 192 meters. Then we can see Intercontinental Hotel, 164 meters, with highest located swimming pool and sauna in Europe. Then Warsaw
highest
swimming pool and sauna.
Okay, we'll talk more about that when we go see it. Okay.
We will. And then 165 meters Warsaw Financial Center, and behind it, and behind it, next to Rondo, there is Rondo 1 building, which is 192 meters, so just as Złota 44. And this is Warsaw skyline. More than 25 buildings in Warsaw are more than 100 meters tall.
More than 25, yeah. 100 meters is a sort of cutoff if you look at lists to say that a building's quite tall.
It's like, for me, it's the moment when I walk around it, not jump it over.
Wait a second. Yeah. So, if it's 100 meters, you don't jump over it. Is that what you're saying?
If it's less than I do.
You would, and do you use a trampoline for that?
Told you, half of my life I was playing basketball. I mean, I may not be the tallest, but I jump high.
Are you a leaper? You're a leaper, are you? Can you still leap like that?
Okay, Will.
How are those old knees now? Are they still good?
Okay, Will. Stay focused.
Stay focused. I am focused. Where were we? No. We're here in the center. What? It's enough. You can't jump over.
Hey, this is where they cross. This is where the underground crosses, the metro lines
right here
cross.
Below us.
So
no, this is the heart of the city. That's the
There
point.
can be no more city center than this.
I know, and that's why as we walked by, I said, "Oh, let's show the folks out in internet and television this site, because who would have thought that Warsaw had a skyline?
That Warsaw can be like that.
That looks like this. Actually, the best skyline shots are from down the river, or even coming up from Terraspol way.
And there is something else right in here.
Yeah. There's something else here, and we're going to go and see it.
Very interesting one.
Right, so we're walking down Świętokrzyska Street. We are headed...
Świętokrzyska.
What?
No, I just like you pronouncing the name of Polish streets. I don't know why, but it gives me a lot of...
But it's impossible to say this.
Exactly.
Świętokrzyska.
Almost there, we just don't need vowels.
Now we don't need vowels? Okay.
Just consonants, yeah.
Świętokrzyska Street.
Świętokrzyska,
Yeah.
right, street. Thank you very much. Do I have to pay you for these lessons?
You can feed
Can
me
I?
if you dare.
Oh, okay, I'll buy you a sandwich later. I'm not going to feed you, put it in your mouth. You have to eat it yourself. Anyway, we're on Świętokrzyska Street, and we're headed east and towards the university into Nowy Świat Street, just to orientate people. Yeah, oh, hi, welcome to Poland Daily Travel. Arthur and I are just having a walk through the center of Warsaw. But behind us, you can see the building I was talking about just before the break, before the bumper, and it is the Hotel Warszawę. Now, this is an important hotel, but it wasn't always called a Hotel Warszawę. That's after the war, right?
When Stefan Bryła designed the very strong concrete skeleton of it, and it got constructed in 1934, it was European second highest skyscraper,
What was the first highest?
and the first highest
Eiffel
was
Tower. That was the
Eiffel
skyscraper,
Tower.
but it was the
it's not
tallest.
a building though, but when it comes to the residential buildings, it was
Yeah.
the second one in Europe, and
Yeah.
it was called Prudential out of the British company who first settled over there.
insurance company,
Heavily damaged during World War II. If you took a look to World War II photos, you see this huge explosion that take place over there, but that was only the second artillery bullet that hit it.
Yeah.
But the first one shot right from here, missed it, and they found it a few years ago while constructing underground
The
station.
underground station.
Exactly in the
Just down the
place
street?
where we were doing
Before.
our stuff
Where
before
we
the
just
bumper.
walked. Just when we walked over.
Yeah,
here.
so finally
Yeah.
they modernized it, and such a wonderful hotel they made in here. Will,
It's a great hotel,
interiors
yeah.
are just amazing.
I agree,
Rooms big, everything solid, wooden, copper inside. So we are coming back to our roots, having this Warszawa hotel in the city center of Warsaw. So beautiful, still 66 meters tall, and behind him,
66 meters. right?
correct.
It's not even 100 meters, so it's not one of the tall, this cutoff that they say for the tall buildings in Europe.
Yes.
But still, it was impressive at the time. But what about, you were going to say something about the building behind it? I
Yes,
think.
there is one more
Yeah.
building over there. We call it Moniuszko Tower.
Who is Manushka?
Moniuszko was the gentleman who created our national opera.
There you are. Right.
The one that was constructed in 1833 and designed by Antonio Corazzi, the one that got destroyed during World War II and reconstructed after the war in 14 years. First was created by Stanisław Moniuszko, who's buried, by the way, not far away from Fryderyk Chopin's parents. They are neighbors, like graveyard neighbors at Powązki Cemetery, and that's why the street is called Moniuszko Street, and the little skyscraper constructed right next to it, which is Warsawian 50th highest building with the height of 70 meters, is
How
the
much?
blue one.
50th?
Yes.
So it's not very tall, it just looks tall right here. That's the important thing to say. They just look tall because of our perspective and because there's nothing else tall around.
I hope that I also look tall in your perspective.
Yeah. You do, yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, now you don't have to even feed me. I'm done.
From
You
my,
made my day.
No, from my perspective, you see, you do look quite tall.
So that's what you're saying. Now you have to feed me.
Compared to say the other people that are not standing here.
It's like, would you jump over or walk around, right?
I would have to walk around, but not because you're too tall.
Poland Daily Travel.
Poland Daily Travel. We are walking down the street. No, we're moving on to look at some more buildings here in the center of town. That's the Hotel Warszawę. Oh, I didn't tell you. I stayed here once.
You did?
Before the renovation, yeah. It was expensive for what it was, but it was pretty cheap. I think it cost me about 75, 80 bucks.
Oh, today it will be a little bit more than this. Maybe let's
It's
go
about
and ask them.
150 bucks.
Maybe let's go and ask
You want to
them.
go ask them?
Why not?
We can go ask them. You think
Why?
they'll talk to us? They'll talk to you. I don't know. I didn't shave today. I did. You didn't shave today.
I will tell
They're gonna
them
talk to
that
you.
I look tall in your perspective, so they better allow us to talk.
No, they're going to
Otherwise,
say you look like a movie star. They're going to talk to you. They're going to say, "Aren't you that Italian
but
movie
you
star?"
are the Will Richardson who makes it happen.
That's I cast a spell and you made you think that's who I was. It's not really who I am. My real name is John Smith.
or Harry Potter?
No, I don't like Harry Potter.
After you cast the spell on me.
That writer is way too weird for me. But let alone witchcraft, not a subject for me. But I'll tell you this. We could go. You want to walk over there?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Listen, but when I was here, I stayed here. It cost me about $75. But I heard it costs about $150 now.
These two Polish flags on the top.
Yeah, there
so
are.
proudly waving.
Because we're in Poland. But if you didn't know that. But the thing is, it costs about $150. But hey, wait. About $150. But the Wi-Fi is free, okay?